Okay, tonight's SmackDown. I am 15 minutes into it, and for right now, I have to say I fucking love this. It's exactly what I posted up about the empty arena. I love it. What makes me like what I've seen so far, the tag team match just completed with Sasha Bayley, crisscross applesauce, with the surprise of Asuka. I like the fact that they opened it up with Triple H because he's the one who built this, came from his mind. I initially thought it would have been a good idea to have Vince come out and even speak on the possibility of WrestleMania, but that decision hasn't been made yet, so let's just stick with this. I like the opening. I like the fact that when the women came, I mean, basically what you're seeing, I'm just going to, why I'm so excited, what you're seeing is theater at its finest. I'm hearing the words more clearly. I'm watching the mannerisms. Very rarely, I'll be honest, like when I would watch Nikki Cross, I knew she was doing something crazy, but for some reason, I'm more focused in on her outside of the ring, and I'm paying more attention, and I'm not hearing the people that pay money just to scream things out. You deserve it, and all that other stuff. I'm able to just focus in. When Bailey came in and disrupted the count, and the ref was like, "You got to get out. You got to," like, you could hear that clearly, and she's like, "Oh, my eye, my eye, my." I mean, like, that's things that I could never really hear. Oh my gosh, so far so good. And now Roman Reigns is coming up. And I really do hope he cuts a really good promo, because now there's no disturbances. There's nothing. The only thing that I want, the only thing that I wish I can request as this show continues on is a little bit more focus into the camera, because that's your audience now. I like the fact that they're acting as if there's an audience there, and even with Triple H and Michael Cole. Beautiful, excellent. And this is realistically the setup. This is me. I'm not a high expectations person when it comes to effects and things of that nature for wrestling. It's an extra cherry on the cake. I bring that up to say that I could watch WrestleMania here right now, just seeing just this first match. That's my opinion. So I'm going to sit down and watch the rest of it. And I hope, that the rest stays. I mean, look, I'm not expecting every single match to be a winner, but just the energy and the fact that they're capable of doing this. The WWE is capable of doing this. Like I mentioned before, you did it before with Halftime Heat. You're doing it now. So I will be cool with, from what I'm seeing right now, to have the event just like this. Quite honest, I would be cool having the rest of the shows like this. I mean, the one thing that I kept thinking about is that, wow, like this act of God could completely end up changing the face of sports in general. I'm used to watching scrimmages, so for the NBA to not have an audience if they were to hold games. I remember when they would do, I haven't watched basketball in a while, but they would show you the scrimmage when this is the first time when I actually saw it or recall it. The scrimmage when they would do the Olympics, when they started recruiting the NBA players, you would see them in the gym, shirts and skins, but they weren't shirts and skins. They were like, one color, red color, blue color. And you would watch the players play just, in the arena. It's empty. So this is all it's all reminiscent of this. I'm enjoying this. So I'm going to cool out, calm down, and prep for Roman Reigns. But so far, loving this. And I would be playing myself, and if I did not mention the interference of Asuka. Anyone listening to the sound of this annoying voice, please go to Asuka's YouTube channel Kana-chan TV, please go to our YouTube channel. Please go to our YouTube channel. Please go to our YouTube channel. Because she's showing elements, and she has been the past few weeks, of how friggin' funny this woman is. She is hilarious. 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 So if you have not checked out her channel, please go to her channel, because you're seeing her dancing and doing the busted hand. You're seeing glimpses of what she does on her channel. And not to take away that she can eat anyone out of house and home. Woo, that girl can eat. I mean, she must burn off calories like it's nobody's business. But I just wanted to put that in because Asuka's kind of, she's hilarious. All right. Okay, I just finished watching the interview with Roman Reigns. Hold on one second, because I want to make sure that it's completely done. Okay. I'm glad that this whole thing happened, because it's allowing me to crowbar this in regarding Roman Reigns. I was trying to pick the right time as to how I was going to express this in the episode. I've been in a number of social media groups for professional wrestling, right? Recently, past few weeks. And what I've noticed, I've noticed that there were a lot of postings regarding Roman Reigns. I can't necessarily say that they're from children. I don't think so for some reason. There were a lot of various postings regarding Roman Reigns, and it was in support of Roman Reigns, basically putting him in high regard. And I kept seeing these posts. I don't have an issue with him in general, period. I keep seeing these postings, and I'm like, damn, every group I go in, it's Roman Reigns this, Roman Reigns that. If it's not The Fiend, it's Roman Reigns. This is my theory, and it's something that I mentioned earlier. I think people boo Roman Reigns. It's a reflection on their dislike for Vince. Because from what I heard, Vince was trying to cram Roman down the fans' throat to like him. And the fans decided to do the opposite. I think they boo because they think this shit is cute. Bottom line, I think they like booing. They pay their ticket so that and these are grown-ass men, pay their tickets to come to an arena so that they can chant out catchy little phrases that they heard back when ECW was hot, and things that are new now, so that they could be a part of that ambiance. So when it comes to seeing Roman, they decide that they need to also be a part of the booing section. When they sat at home and they were a little pissed off of what they were seeing with him years back, and now they get their chance to go in the arena and take a big fat dump. No different than what I see on social media. It trips me out. Nia Jax put up a tweet. I think it was regarding creating a 4 horsewomen, right? And I'm watching the responses. I'm saying to myself, like, damn, I can't believe that people are, then again, a lot of these could be children. But people don't see, like, you have a chance to actually talk with a celebrity, someone that is known, a recognizable face, a recognizable force, a recognizable individual. And you choose to criticize them and ridicule and be mean to them. And I'm not saying, like, it's one thing to say, hey, I'm not a fan of yours, but this. They're not saying that. They're saying really fucked up shit. And one day they're going to look back and they're going to go, wow, you know what? I had the opportunity to talk to this person and say XYZ, and I didn't. I chose to be an asshole. Because I have this feeling, I'm not wishing this at all. Okay? If Roman Reigns decided to off himself and just left a suicide note about how he couldn't take it, the fans got to him, and it was the pressure of trying to be successful, and he killed himself. And then they showed the arena, it'd be packed with faces full of tears, thus revealing what I'm saying. I will put $1 million on that. $1 million on that. These people are doing all this to be assholes. Hence, this is another reason why I wouldn't mind seeing empty arena shows from this point on. Mic drop. Okay, I have to say, I love Baron Corbin. I've never had a problem with him. He is over in my book. Jeff Hardy, what I wished they had done, this is just the director in me and the humorist in me. The chain that connects Corbin's cape, it would have been funny if they would have put a prop chain there, and when Matt Hardy said that he's facing him, I wish he just would have jerked that chain and it just would have broke, and then like the cape would have kind of fallen off almost, and he had to catch it, and then you hear Elias, so it's like, damn, I gotta face Matt Hardy. I have to face Matt Hardy. He just popped my chain. I got to catch my cape. And now I got to deal with this pain in the ass Elias, who I'm expecting to get pushed at a certain time very, very soon. I'm hoping, because it just is what it is. So, yeah, those little nuances, it just would have made it that much more funnier, because you could have put him in not only in. You would have put him in a varied state of emotions. 1, cockiness. 2, upset that he has to face Matt Hardy. I said Matt. Jeff Hardy. I'm sorry. Jeff Hardy. I'm only human. Jeff Hardy. 1, he's upset. He's cocky. 2, he's upset he has to face Jeff. 3, Jeff just embarrassed him by popping his chain. 4, now he has to try to catch his cape. And 5, he has to hear the string of the guitar and know that this gadfly is here about to bother him. And then he could have said what he said and then just walked off. Or even just took the cape and just put over Elias and bounced or something. But that's just me. That's how my mind goes. Okay. Oh my gosh. Shouts out to Triple H for acknowledging that demotion. Which I actually thought, although interesting, I look at things from a different perspective sometimes. People may, go, oh, he's in trouble. Who knows? No one knows what happens behind closed doors. He might have actually asked for that. We don't know. No one knows what's going on behind the scenes. He might have said, hey, I'm taking on too much. I need to take on a little bit more. I want to spend more time with my kids. I'm doing this stuff at, NXT and running this from that. No one knows. But I just thought that was funny. Rather than hiding from it, taking a shot at himself and laughing at it. Cool. It's funny because I sent a tweet earlier yesterday regarding how much Drew Gulak and Daniel Bryan look like one another. I'm like, it's definite that, they're going to be a tag team. But I actually wasn't expecting it to kind of elevate this fast, but it seems like it's going to elevate this fast. Triple H is hilarious. The Shinsuke Nakamura comment is hilarious. And I heard various people say that he's very funny. And as we're seeing, I remember him cutting certain promos that were humorous, but every promo that he cut wasn't a great promo. he was a better in-ring performer for me. And he can really make you shine. I bring that up to say that I wish that he could have inserted more of that humor on his week-to-week promos. Because, I don't know, maybe he's just feeling like he's in a different space right now. Feeling like he has nothing to prove. So he's just really layering it. I mean, like, one of the funniest is, you come out here with your nappy hair and your suckers. Side note, I want to mention that in my opinion, the whole Drew Gulak gimmick of the slide presentations is realistically nothing more than a rehash of the Dean Douglas gimmick that was given to Shane Douglas, and it is the reason why I named the podcast the Douglas the Dean podcast. Dean Douglas gimmick it never got over because it never really saw the full fruition carried through because of BS in politics. Basically, for those that don't know, the Dean would have these sessions where he'd watch people's matches and critique them. This is before his debut. And he would tell you exactly what he would do. Well, Shawn Michaels messed up here because this, that, and the third. If I was in the ring, what I would have done is this, and that. So this is basically, that gimmick just in another body and another character. Shinsuke with the no sell at the end. I just want to add to this match the whole character development of Gulak is his PowerPoint presentations and the things that he sees. And they showed him talking on the side with Daniel Bryan. It would have been interesting, or just to add more to the character, if we could hear him, or just basically just have him speak in numbers. Like, hey, remember number 4, rule number 44, presentation number 4. Remember, what I'm saying? Something like that. Daniel, you're not out of this yet. Remember 44. You get him in 44 and 23 in that presentation, you'll win this match. I think that would, really put that over a little bit more. Just saying. It's like I was saying earlier. Without the crowd noise, I never get a chance to hear what even the refs are saying. Now I can hear the refs when they're kicking Shinsuke and these guys out. I like this. I think this would be the new direction for everyone to go. I mean, look, I've seen Stardom do it, so it's not like, oh, they're the originators, but, they're the most talked about platform or, company, so. Yeah, I like this. All right. So, Elimination Chamber recap. Like, one of my peeves with this was basically what I'm calling the physical abuse of Otis. And I'm wondering if he's really getting put through the fire just to see how over he is with the audience. Because the 2 nights prior, they went through that whole gauntlet on SmackDown, and then they come to the chamber. He gets put through the glass and outside the ring. It's one of those shaking my head moments. So that was all I wanted to add on this. Nothing big, nothing fancy. See, this platform right here shows that this was made for the Miz. This is, my first experience with John Morrison. Mike, you put a camera in front of Mike's face and he's gonna go in, period. I don't care if it was a Hasbro toy camera. If he sees a camera, he's gonna ham it up. And I love that this whole thing is pushing out creativity. Overall, this was a great save creatively, as I've already mentioned, by WWE and their team. And I believe that they should run with this, from this point onward, as long as, we can, until this situation is taken care of. But I will say, they continue doing this Performance Center, it will increase the ratings because no one will be in the arenas. They'll be forced to watch Raw and SmackDown at home. Hence, ratings bump. Not to mention, it would also save some money. See, I'm not sure if my hunch is yes, but I'm not sure if the Performance Center is broken up into two. If it's one area is their gym and the other area is where we actually saw the show, or if they converted the entire gym to the show. I'm sure it was a very fast breakdown, or to put together and to break the set down, probably way faster than it would be in any arena. So that's just my hunches. But anyway, overall, I'm fine with this. I'm not, like I said, I'm simple. And I have some other thoughts that I'm going to put in another episode, which is going to be based on what I would do for this coming WrestleMania continuation, because I have some other ideas. Hope you enjoyed. Later.